Hello and welcome everyone to this auction video for this I say lovely little, it's quite a big old brute this one, a Land Rover Discovery on an O2 plate. I've just had a drive up and down our dual carriageway and can confirm it's a nice drive, exactly how you would expect it to drive. For a vehicle of this condition and age, has actually been looked after very well. There's lots of service history on it, with quite a lot of money spent on it in the last few years. And yeah, you can feel that whilst driving it. So yeah, nice well-equipped Land Rover Discovery. Couldn't actually find anything that felt untoward for a vehicle this size. Obviously not a small car, but yeah, everything appears to work. There's only one little fault that I found, and that was with the rear seats. This is a 7-seater. So this seat's absolutely fine, and this seat I can't get to fold back up because sadly there's been a bit of damage here on the arm and it's broken off, so that one needs sorting, but this one came up happily enough. I think it's just down to this damage on here and it's just snapped off sadly, so I'm sure that does work, but it will need sorting. So it is still 7 seats and with a small little problem, which I think actually, to be honest, for a vehicle of this age, that's quite a small detail. All the tyres have got good tread depths. I've taken close-up photos all the way around this vehicle inside and out, so please do also study the photos, and I'm going to give you a quick walk around. Sadly this is about 30 minutes before I go home, so I'm going to make this real quick. We've got to get it advertised as well, so I'm going to give you a quick walk around assessing its condition, but please do also study those photos for more info. So let's have a look at it. I mean, to be honest, there isn't really much damage at all. This is a probably one of the cleanest, straightest O2 plates Land Rover Discoveries you're going to get. I can't see much damage, if anything. You've got obviously your usual stone chips on the front end here, as you would expect for a vehicle this age. I think in a couple of spots we've got a little bit of peeling lacquer, but nothing much. We've got some carbon fibre imitation kind of wrap here on the bonnet and going up the pillars as well. Doesn't look half bad, and nice Union Jack on the back, liking that. Let's see what else we can see. Another little bit of lacquer here on the front bumper, or bonnet, on the front arch, should I say. All the plastics look in good condition, the grille looks in good condition, bumpers look in good condition, all the black plastics. We've got nice steps here on the side, again they appear to be in good condition. Got a little bit of black tape on this rear trim here on the over the arch there. The rear bumpers looking in good order, as is this spare. I've taken the tread depth of that, I think it was 5mm or so. The rear step works absolutely fine, no problem with the operation of that as well. And what else? Let's see what else. Oh yeah, I've also had a look at the sunroofs. They work absolutely fine as well. There is blinds on the front, I just pulled those blinds back, so all good. So let's have a quick look around it. We've had a look in the back there, and we've had a look. Let's have a look around here. I've checked all the electric windows, they all operate without fault as well. Yeah, and all the seats and interior look in good order. This has not had a wash or a clean at all. It's literally just came into us on Partex, so it is, as you see it, straight from the owner and straight onto dealer auction. So please bear that in mind if it's a little bit dirty and dusty, although to be quite honest with you, it's not bad. There's a few dog hairs here and there, but a little bit of a hoover up and clean probably make it look a lot better again, but it doesn't look bad as it is, to be honest, since I've just put it on. So yeah, we've got lots of bits and pieces, your little toolkit with little chocks in there, got lots of manuals and paperwork and 2 keys. Let me take you all through that. There's also, I think, just recently had a regas on the aircon, and I've tested the aircon, and it is, thankfully, on the daylight today, it is piping out some hot air. So some cool air, should I say. We don't want hot air today, do we? So I'm going to hop in and I'll take you through all the engine checks, etc. So handbrake off, and we've got no warning lights, and we've got a mileage of 192,718 miles. We've got just over a quarter tank of fuel, so the lucky winner's going to get that. I've had this vehicle running now for quite some time, and the temperature gauge is firmly staying in the middle there, which is a good sign. I've checked the adjustment of these gear ratios, that was fine as well. Gearbox seemed fine, handbrake's good. All the electric windows worked without any fault. I've not been able to check things like the demister or anything like that. All the locking mechanism, that all seems to work fine. And what else have we got? I'm not sure really what else. Radio I couldn't get to work, so I'm not sure what's going on with the radio. This does have front and rear facing parking cameras. That is being uninstalled because the guy, I've just heard from the guy who did the Part X, and he wants to uninstall it and put it in his new car, so sorry about that. So let's have a look, and see what we've got here. We've got 2 keys. I think these are replacement keys, possibly. There's an invoice for replacement keys, but they do appear to be, oh no, it's 1 key. So one's a Land Rover key and the other one is some kind of replacement key, but both seem to work absolutely fine to me. I'll just take you through the startup sequence while I start the car back up, get some cool air piping again. And all lights are out, so there we go. Apart from that seatbelt light, that's actually gone out as well. So handbrake on, there we go. So let's have a look at all this service history. So we've got those 2 keys, we've got this kind of toolkit thing, whatever that is, a nice Land Rover wallet, and 3 manuals there, and a fair few invoices. So let's have a look at these. We've got an invoice here, the most recent one, taking photos of all these, so please do study the photos if you want to read them in more description. This one's done on the 24th of January of this year, and that had an MOT, and it also had a service. Yeah, and it's had lots of other bits and pieces all throughout, so it's had quite a lot of work done. And that was a bill of £532, which actually sounds quite cheap for what they had done. So the MOT it expires on the 15th of February next year, so that has a nice long MOT. And yeah, we've got I've taken photos of every page, so please do have a look at those photos if you want to study that more. So we've got another invoice there for November 22, and yeah, we've had a bunch of work done here, all again photos taken all again, and an invoice for £2,295, so a lot of money spent there. This is for the replacement keys, or is it 2 keys or 1 key? 1 key. Okay, so £189, and another service here carried out on the 16th of 2nd, 22. Another service. Let's see what else they had done. Bit of a weld as well to the offside rear seal, and replaced a rear brake pipe as well. Again, as I say, lots of photos of all that. That was invoiced for £1,500 odd, and an old MOT again, and all the check sheets again, and obviously it failed its MOT, and that was the work that was done after. And another invoice there for, what's the date on this one, 18th of March 21, for a new alternator, for £364.80. So there we go. Right, so that's all that. I mean, as I say, I can't actually fault this car. All seems good. Handbrake light, there we go. Apart from that radio and that little fault with the rear seat, I can't actually fault it. I'll take you for a look under the bonnet now. Okay, so let's get the bonnet latch up. Where is it? There it is. Okay, let's have a look underneath. Okay, so a little bit dusty, but nothing horrendous. I'll put the camera in the engine bay as much as I can here and let you have a little look and listen, okay? There we go, there we have it. Let's put that bonnet down. So there we go guys, a nice solid, good condition 02 Land Rover Discovery. Thank you for watching and happy bidding.